guys, I'm Annabelle and welcome to Meeple Village. Today we're going to be doing an unboxing of Star Wars, the deck building game, the Clone Wars edition. So join me at the table and let's see what's in the box. So if you follow the channel, especially if you've seen the chat with Board Game Graham, which, what is it called? I think it's just called Board Game Chat or something like that. We have like 30 something episodes already out, and Star Wars: The Deck Building Game comes out a lot in those episodes because I like it so much. So every time we talk about a game that I like or one of my favorite games or a game that gets played a lot, this one, well, not this one, but the Star Wars, the original, the OG, always comes out because I really do enjoy it. And I saw the deck building Star Wars game, but a new edition, a Clone Wars edition, and I figured, well, let's give it a try. And the best part is that if you look in the back, it tells you that you can play it, you can mix and match. So you can play it with the original edition, or you can just play them separately if you want to play the eras by themselves. Because of course this is going to be covering the Clone Wars. So we're going to be seeing a younger Obi-Wan Kenobi. We're going to be seeing maybe Anakin Skywalker. I don't know. We're going to find out together because we're going to open it up. But it's a two-player game. It takes about 30 minutes. I think that's about right. It's about how long it takes us to play here at Meeple Village, I guess. So, and it is fun. It goes by fast. The turns are fast. The one thing that I do complain, and I've heard other people complain about it too, is that there's no player interaction. So, you're on your turn, you're just playing your cards, and your opponent can do nothing about it but take the damage, or there is some stuff like the Empire, for example, in the original game is very good at discarding cards from the market so that the rebels can't get to them, and the rebels are better at having the Empire discard cards that they have in their hands, which I think is great power. I don't know exactly what we're going to find here, but as far as cards, the gameplay is most probably exactly the game. There might be something introduced here that was not in the other game, or more mechanics that weren't in the original game, but for the most part it should be the same gameplay as far as, you draw your hand of 5 cards, and then you have 2 currencies. One is money, one is attack, and you spend them, of course, money to buy better cards in the market, and the attack to attack either the cards in the market from your opponents or your opponent's bases and ships. So the first thing we got, of course, the manual. We got the same color tokens from the other game, and then we got a bunch of cards because this is a card game. The one thing that I don't see, or maybe it's this one, and they put it in two, because it looks like it is the force tracker. It looks like in this one, instead of making one long cardboard, they separated it into cards to make it easier to put it back in the box, which makes sense. But let's look at the manual first. All right, so we got components, we've got what the tokens are for, we got your set area, your area that you're gonna set up. Okay, balance of the force. So there is a force tracker in this one too. Apparently it's 2 cards put together. I think that's a good idea, because I'm always afraid that those things are going to, the big, long, I even laminated it. If you've seen the gameplay on the channel, you've probably seen that I've laminated it just to make sure that it doesn't break. Playing the game, purchasing a card, attacking or committing to an attack, resolve an attack, okay. And your turn, and additional rules, what's gain, what's must. So I'm guessing they do add a couple things: repair, reveal, when, while, okay. And then there's advanced ones, which is good to see because we didn't have that. Full galaxy cross edition. Oh, okay. This is how it makes the match. 2 versus 2 multiplayer, so now you can have teams, I guess. Okay, and frequently asked questions, and that's that. And of course, here's an Outer Rim unfinished business expansion. I gotta say, I do enjoy Outer Rim. There is a playthrough on the channel. I'm most certain that I've done a playthrough on the channel on this one. I do enjoy the solo gameplay. Most of the games I buy nowadays are solo games. This one I just picked up because I know that I can get it on the table pretty easily because it's a two-player game and I can get another player. It's just harder. When I see on a game, a board game that says 3 or more or 4 or more, 5 or more, I'm like, okay, forget it. That's not for me. I don't usually get a lot of people to play with me unless I go to like groups, and then I want to play their games. I want to find out about new games, what they bought, without me having to invest the money first. So that's just my thinking. All right, let's see what else. Well, like I said, there's going to be a bunch of cards, so let's take a look at them up close. So first, the tokens. I'm not going to take them out because I'll make a mess, but the purple ones track damage. The yellow ones are money that you get during a turn, just so that it's easier to keep track of how much money you got on a turn and then spend it. And the white one is for the force tracker, so you know whose side the force is on, because it can, you know, vary from the rebels to the well, I guess from the good guys to the bad guys, or whatever you want to call them. I think it's separatists, barristers, I don't remember, but you know, there's the tokens. All right, next up, let's check this new force tracker and whatever else is in here. So oh, okay, so it's the same one. It opens up just like that. Okay, they didn't improve it. That's unfortunate, because like I said, I laminated it and now I can't close it because I felt like if I had to open and close it every game, it would get ruined. All right, what's in the back of it? Okay, I'm not sure what that's for, but it is different. This is, of course, the two sides, but over here, I'm not sure what it's tracking, but I'm sure we'll find out once I read the manual. So there's quick reference cards, turn sequence, and there's 2 of those because again, it's a 2-player game. And then all these are same bag because of course this is a deck builder, so you don't want to be able to tell what cards you're drawing. And it seems to me like this is like the original game has a card that anybody can buy at any time. It costs $2, same amount, and it gives you 2 resources, and yeah, it gives you a force. So it's basically pretty much the same card as in the other game that you can always acquire. These are all the same. And we're just gonna go through the cards. I don't want to spend a ton of time on each one, but you can kind of see, and over here it's the cost at the top. And then this one gives you 2 attacks and 2 resources. There's Anakin, yeah, figure he'd be here. And there's Padme. All right, then there's a few ships that stay in play and protect your base until they're, of course, destroyed. There's Obi-Wan. Okay, so there's, you notice, like for example, Mace Windu, he has that symbol there. That means he's unique. There's only 1 Mace Windu because it would be weird if there were more Mace Windows in the game. All right, here's our other team. Okay, I guess it's the, what is it, the Galactic something? I don't remember. I just read it too. The Separatists versus the Galactic. Is it the Galactic Empire? I don't think so. There's no empire back then. Was there an empire? I don't think so. They were trying to create an empire, and they did. All right, so there's Count Dooku. All right, there's your usual battle droids. The Separatist shuttle. Yeah, it's the Separatists against the Republic. I think it's an easier way to say it. Dark side agent. Okay, and here are your bases. So these are the things you're trying to protect, and they do have a different backing, so you know who they belong to, because you're conquering these to win. Depending on how long you want the game to go, you can kind of pick how many bases to destroy. Here we usually do 5, but you can, I think in the tutorial they have you do 3. Okay, and here's some clone troopers, a Republic shuttle. Of course, these are the good guys, if you want to call them that. There's a Jedi Knight, and then here's their bases. We got Rishi, we got Naxxus, Coruscant, Kamino, Ryloth, yep, Ilum, Kashyyyk, Naboo, of course, and Rhodia. And they all have a specific power. This is the one you start the game with, but then when the opponent destroys your base, you get to pick one out of all the other ones based on their power. Let's see if we can find one that's here. When you reveal Ilum, gain 4 force, which is it'll trigger the force tracker and get the force hopefully on your side, because when the force is on your side you get special well, there are cards that will refer to it. If the force is with you, for example, draw one card, but if the force is with you, draw two instead, something like that. Okay, and these are our neutral cards, and you gotta love Jar Jar Binks. I mean, he gives you absolutely nothing. He costs 0. And when you purchase or play Jar Jar Binks, you may spend 2 resources to gain 1 force and place him in your opponent's discard pile. So he pretty much just clogs your opponent's deck, which is so characteristic of Jar Jar Binks. Does absolutely nothing but mess whatever team he's on. All right, we got a pirate, and yeah, these are all neutral cards. A super commando, a hot fighter. Okay, and then we have some unique neutral cards and some ships. Got an assassin droid. We got Embo, who's unique. Okay, got more ships. We got Jango Fett, who's also neutral because of course he's a bounty hunter, right? Got Bane, another bounty hunter. Hondo, scoundrel. I guess I don't think Hondo was in the prequels. I think he's from, what do you call it, from the Disney parks. But I guess by now everybody kind of knows him. I do think he was in some of the comics, like the anime. I don't know, Rebels or one of those. I can't keep track. And finally, I wanted to kind of show you the insert real quick. It has these holes where you can store tokens and you can actually separate them. So put the yellow tokens on one and the purple tokens on the other, and then on top you can fit your decks of cards. So like you can put the I don't know, the good guys in one side, the bad guys on the other, and then you have space for the cards that are going to be in the market, and then a little space for those with the force tracker, the quick reference, and the cards that are available for everybody. So the insert does a pretty good job of keeping your game fairly organized, and that helps you get it into play really fast. Like I have this game takes me no time to set up, which is lovely. And that's it, guys. That's everything that comes in the box for Star Wars, a deck building game, Clone Wars. I do think that they could have come up with a better name than just Star Wars, a deck building game, but you know, we'll go with it. I don't know what to call it. I couldn't even name my own band. Anyways, so thank you guys for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thanks for your wonderful comments. I think like 95% of the comments I get in the channel are positive, and I'm really thankful for that. And it is what keeps me going. So don't stop. I love hearing from you. And if you have some suggestions on how to make the channel better, please go ahead and do that as well. I do read every comment, and I try to answer every comment as fast as I can. So thank you so much for those. Don't forget to follow us on social media and subscribe to Meeple Village if you haven't done so already. If you just found us now, welcome to the village. I'll see you guys in the next one, but until then, may you play more games.
Stop messing with my head. Tell me that you want me, would you confess? I won't leave this place with you.